Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another CraftySimulations video, and here part 2 of our DA42 checklist flight. In the part 1 we had the following the checklist to start the aircraft up, and you currently see us now sat at the end of the runway here at Gamston Retford Airport, and we are flying back to RAF Waddington before doing our flight back to the home of this particular airplane. So what we're going to do, we're going to set the tanks to crossfeed, fuel pumps are coming on, landing light is checked, parking brake off, wheel brakes on, trim is set, controls have been set. Thank you, Gamston. Tap the wheel brakes, gear selected up. Landing lights coming off, fuel pumps coming off, don't need them anymore. Certainly a beautiful day for flying. Autopilot coming on. Expedite our climb up to 3,000 feet. We're not going to go particularly high on this one. Now, you may obviously, well, I'm hoping you're enjoying the videos that we're creating here with the DA42 by Cows. You will also notice a smaller series of videos that I've been creating for the updates that come out for this particular aircraft. So every time Cows release an update, I release a video at some point detailing some of the updates that have gone in, or the details that have gone into various updates. So the last one I did was a few days ago, was 1.0.5, and that video went live, and basically what it involved was some more effects on the aircraft to make it look more realistic. Now, for some reason, Cows were not happy with the end result of their work for 1.0.5, and they released very quickly 1.0.6. So I was going to create another video for the update until I looked at the details of what 1.0.6 involves. And what it basically is that they've taken away the spots on the nacelle, you know, the dirt, the grime, the oil that they added for the previous version. They say that they're going to come back at this and could do a better job of it for future versions, so I don't know whether that's going to be 1.0.7 or what, but I was on the Discord channel with Cows and just reading up on it, and basically like I said, they were not happy with how it looked. Now I thought it was okay. If you zoomed in, and I mean really zoomed in, it didn't look totally realistic, but then I could forgive that because it was a flight sim. Cows have gone away and taken that update or tweaked 1.0.5, so now we've gone back to the original aircraft where it looks, you know, you've still got oil streaks from the nacelle and dirt underneath where the exhaust stack is, but it doesn't look as dirty as it did before. So I'm very interested in what Cows had to say about the update, because they were saying basically that we're going to start our descent actually before I start talking too much. So we'll zoom this in so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I was interested in seeing what Cows had installed and they had in mind for future development of this aircraft, and they did mention the fact they are working on a new Diamond aircraft, the single engine variant of the Twin Star. So I cannot wait to see that in a flight sim. Now they did also mention Flight Sim 2024. I'm hoping to God that they are going to release this aircraft, a new version and a newer tweaked version of the Twin Star, and carry on developing it for 2020. I'd have to look into whether that's going to be the case. So as we start our descent, I'm going to have to turn that off for a minute and get my checklist back out again. So we have descent and approach checks. So gear warning light check is confirmed. Brakes pressure is checked. Undercarriage we don't need yet. Fuel is set as balanced. We are set on cross-feed at the moment. Flaps are coming down to approach. Landing lights are coming on. Hatch is secure. Harness is tight. We turn TrackIR back on again. This was a fairly quick flight. It's not far from Gamston Retford Airport to Waddington. fuel pumps are going to come on. So landing lights are checked, PTO is on, tanks are correct, lighting is correct. So we're now going to turn the autopilot off. Gear is coming down. Got the runway in sight, so gear is down and checked, got 3 green. Flaps are down to approach. Lights are checked. Everything looks good. Flaps coming down to landing. Foot checks, on speed, on height, on course. Flaps are down, gear is down. I do love it when the simulator pauses like that. Not a bad landing, if I say so myself. The aircraft down, and we are now after landing checks. Flaps are set as up. Flaps travelling. Flaps are up, left and right. Pitot heat set off. Confirmed. Alternate air closed. It was. Landing taxi light as required. Landing lights coming off. Taxi lights going on. De-icing systems off. Not required. Transponder as required. Transponder set to standby. We'll just clear that warning because that's related to the pitot heat. Clear on the right side. So next checks will be the parking checks. Now, I don't know why, and I've mentioned this before, this scenery is from FlightSim.to. It's not standard scenery for Waddington. But for some reason, they've put runway 20 left here in, which is what I'm about to enter. There is no runway 20 left at Waddington. There is the main runway, which we landed on, and that is it. So I don't know if this is the simulator or whether this is the creator of the scenery, but yeah. There is no second runway here at RAF Waddington, which is the reason why the magenta line is set to the wrong runway. I'll park up in our usual place. Yeah, I think that's just about to do. Parking brake is set. Right, so parking brake is set. Power levers are idle for 2 minutes. ELT 121.5. I have no idea what that is. Haven't a clue. Engine and system page. It is. Engine fuel page, check. So fuel will be that one. Checked. We're just going to leave the engines to idle a little bit for the 2 minutes. I dare say you do this to cool the engines down before running on to point 6 of our parking check. It just shows you that where Microsoft Flight Simulator has come in the years that Flight Simulators has been out, that you can get checklists now, and as long as the developers pay a little bit of attention to what their aircraft is, you can fly these with real checklists. This is a pool use checklist. I actually got this from a website in the United Kingdom. I'll put a link to the page, link to the company, and they do checklists for a lot of aircraft, a lot of general aviation aircraft as well. That's what they cater for. So we're going to call this 2 minutes. We don't have to worry about temperatures here on the Flight Simulator. So avionics are set off. They are. Electrical consumers except ACL off. So taxi lights, position lights, lights off. Engine master switches are set to off, so we'll shut the right hand down. We're clear on the right hand side, shut down. And clear on the left side for shutdown. ACL strobe off, which is that one. Engine master switch off. Sorry, electrical master switch off, I should say, is that one. Click on the right bin. Interior light checked as off, we never turned it on. Start key has been removed, we don't have to worry about that. So we'll just also turn the fuel pumps off as well. So there we go. Back at our home, for the time being anyway, for RAF Waddington. This was a flight as best I could with the checklist. Whether I do this again in so much detail, let me know if you found it interesting. Let me know, if I could try and make it a little bit quicker. Obviously, the more I do this, the more I will get quicker on this. We will be doing our flight from here to London, Oxford. I don't know whether that's going to be next, or I'm toying with doing some night flying into an airport. So that will be something I will be possibly looking into. So yeah, if you've got any questions or comments about this aircraft, about the checklist, about anything really, just post it below on the YouTube page, and I will see you guys and girls in a future Crafty Simulations Flight Simulator video in the future.